A lot of the time you will see people try and have their own success based on how somebody else has already done it, wanting so badly to be just as good as that person that they try and mimic every move they make in hopes of that being the secret. Time and time again, they try to mimic what the quote-unquote best in the world are doing, because if they do it this way, then it must be right. But in reality, so much potential is lost in trying to be someone else, giving up your own standard to chase being like somebody who only got to your goal a little before you did. The goals you have set for yourself aren't achieved in any one way. There is no one-lane roads when it comes to hitting your goals. Learn from the ones that have done what you dream of doing before you have. There is a reason they have hit that mark. Use it as motivation to push yourself more than you ever have before. Greatness isn't achieved inside the box or in your comfort zone. Once we let go of what other people think of us, or the doubts in our own heads, that's when we can achieve all the goals we have set out for ourselves. The only way you can ever truly fail is if you never even try. 11 times out of 10, I would rather say I gave it my all and it just wasn't enough than I just didn't think I could do it, so I didn't try at all. I say all of this because I have been the person to try and get somewhere someone else's way, or give up on a goal because I didn't think I was good enough, or worried about what other people think. I have missed out on so many opportunities because I never truly bet on myself or really thought I could hit my goal. But this summer marks the start of all my cards being on the table. Once I run my last race or go to do my last run, I want to be able to look back and say that I am content walking away knowing I gave everything I could, regardless of if I hit the goals or not. So welcome to week 2 of Chasing 24's. My name is Brent Lyons, and this is my summer series documenting my journey to running in the 24 minutes and the 8K in the fall.
It is a pretty good morning. It's only like 66 in Memphis this morning, and that's awesome. All right, gone through miles 1 and 2. Already feeling way better than any other day, probably, just because I've actually been hydrating, which is nice. So I feel good about getting to 10. All right, finished 3 and 4. It's getting hotter. Sure, we'll be off by 5, but we're rolling through, and honestly, I feel pretty good. Finished miles 5 and 6, turned around at 5, so feeling pretty good on 10. We're rolling through it now, and I feel great. I did go the wrong way though, so I'm hoping it didn't take me too far out of the way, but we progressed. It's a great day. Just finished 7 and 8. Got a little carried away. Got in a groove. Probably started moving too much. Think I'll bring it back a tad the last 2. Just finished. I was 9 and 10. It was a good run. I didn't really slow it down.
Yeah, so got 10 miles in, average pace 6:33 around there somewhere. It was a pretty good run. That was encouraging. I haven't been able to get my heart rate down, and I mean it was decently high today, but at least it was decently high, and I was moving at a decent rate. I'll go back, get some food, some electrolytes, and probably gonna hit core. Setting goals are great. They help push us more than we ever thought we could and push the boundary of the success that we think we can have. But sometimes we get so caught up chasing these goals that we get burnt out just at the idea of them. For example, if your goal is to break 16 in the 5K and all you ever think about is how you can break 16, there's a big chance that you may mentally exhaust yourself before your first race, and then you have nothing left in the tank, not because you're not fit enough, but because you've spent so much time thinking about that one thing and never done anything else to take your mind off of it that you're just spent before the season even starts. That's why lots of runners don't necessarily come into every race with a time goal in mind. Yes, they want to run a PR, but they know that if they put the work in before the race, that the time should come if they run their best. And I understand I may be sounding a little contradictory, considering that the title of my series is Chasing 24's, and that is quite clearly a time goal. But the way I'm going to be approaching it this summer is not that, okay, I'm going to focus just on running in the 24's, but I'm going to focus on putting in all the work that it's going to require to run in the 24's. But then when it's time to take the line and finally race, I'm going to let all of that go and just know that all the training that I put in should have gotten me to the point to where I can run the time.
All right, 8 miles on the docket this morning. Gonna get it in a lot slower than yesterday, but it'll be good. It's in the rain too. I'm sure it's gonna start pouring here at some point, but just out here getting it done. It's a good morning. All right, just finished miles 1 and 2. Running a lot easier than yesterday, which feels nice. Got some gnarly blisters on my feet though that aren't giving me any ease in running, but hey, it's okay. Got stopped by a skunk on my run. Tried to scare it away. Probably wasn't a good idea. He might be telling me to go the other way. All right, finished miles 3 and 4. Got turned around by that skunk just before 3. He wins, I don't need it. But it's time to cruise through the last 4 miles. All done for the day. Very nice and easy run. Can't complain. Didn't start to rain. That rhymed. I swear I didn't mean to do that. Average 7:27 for 8, so it was a slower day stomping around the gravel and paths and everything, but that's okay. Felt really good. Heart rate was nice and low, so lots to be happy about. But time to go hydrate, eat, and hit some weights later. So yeah. It is 5:20 in the morning. I'm gonna set you guys right there. I gotta go for a run, but I will see you next week. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have time to say. I gotta go. I gotta be out of here.